I'm up here in the woods and I'm wanting to do a comparison of boys' axes. I saw this end for hatchets and I thought I'd do it for axes for cutting and splitting ability. I have a Collins here, a no name there, a Homestead, and I can't remember, this is a Kelly big axe, and this is a no name. About 6.2 pounds, about 5.8, and then all these are around 1.5 pounds. But the real comparison is these three. And the idea of it is that compare the, mostly not the brand, but how the shape of the head is. This one, the shape is more pronounced, it's not as thin, and it's really sharp on the edge though still. I would say this one's going to do the best job of overall of them for all of the tasks. These two are slightly different. They have a longer head. This one here is really narrow in this part, so I would say it'd be a good cutter, but not a good splitter as well anyway. This Collins here would probably place a second. Now this is just my conjecture because it's got a good nice wedge shape, you know, thicker up at the top but real thin at the blade area, so it's a good cutter as well. So we're going to test these out. First I'm going to test it out on the log here, on just chopping so many cuts, and we'll see which one does better, if any. Kind of fun to check them out. Okay, I'm going to go on this fur that's fallen here, and it's pretty consistent with the type of wood all the way through here. So I'm going to use the Collins first. Okay, down the line to the Homestead. And then the no name. And just for the fun of it, I got these big monsters that I thought I'd try. Here's the real big one. Let me show you what happened. Okay, this is the Collins. Pretty good whack in it, a little bit better than the Homestead right here, which I thought would do better. Didn't get down in here like it should have. The no name one did about the same as the Collins. It got in there pretty good chips, nice looking V. And then I didn't do a very good job on the wax with the big ones here. It's kind of hard changing from a small axe to big, but you can see the big chunks that come out here. That was the True Temper, and this was the no name, and it definitely did the best, which you could pretty much figure. I better turn it this way. Huge big chunks, just really buried itself, and I think it was because of the weight, and I do have it pretty sharp. So anyway, it looks like the no name brand won, and it is quite a bit like I explained, and hopefully you're seeing this. The edge is nice and sharp and polished, narrow right in here, but then it gets thicker right in here. So for cutting ability, you want something pretty thin on the edge part. So the no-name one, it's about the size of a Collins as far as the head, true temper in that area, pretty standard. My finger width right here, but did a great job. So no-name one won this one. Okay, next will be the splitting part. I'll try to split these into fourths. Here's a piece, and this is the Collins. So no problem there, that's thirds, but we're not counting. Next is the Homestead. A little bit lighter weight, skinnier handle. This is pine that I'm cutting, so we'll do 3 on it too. So far I don't feel anything different except for the weight of the axe. And here's the no-name one that won before. And just for the fun of it, let me take the big monster. Got one piece left here. It's smaller though, so kind of no fair. Anyway, they all pretty much stood up to doing a good job there. Okay, we got the next test, kind of relative to the user. I'm going to do a shaving type thing and see what kind of shavings are made. You'd expect, if the blade is sharp, that pretty much all of them would do pretty well. The convex edge, you have to treat it a little differently, and that's the way all of these are. So the video, you won't get much out of it looking at it. This is the Collins, the first one, and it does relatively good. It slides pretty fast, so I gotta angle it just right, but it makes good enough curls. Next is the Homestead. I think this would do a little bit better because of the edge is a little bit sharper. Yeah, still the same thing, but the convex edge you gotta kind of curl, turn it in a little bit, but not too much. So I'd say this is pretty much the same. My edges are, this one especially is so convex that and smooth, I really glisten it down good, that it just slides really easily, so you really have to watch what you're doing. So I'd say the Homestead and the Collins do just the same. Next is the no-name. It has a little bit better, wider blade for shaving. That's about it. Yeah, a little bit thicker curls, so not quite as good as the first two. Yeah, I can't get, could be the wood too. Oh, there we go. Yeah, the no-name one though, it didn't win this one though. It's not quite as nice. The Big Daddies, one way I do them is this way. I'll put it in a piece of log or something and then skim it along. I buried that one too far. Let me do it over here. These logs might be a little frozen. Yeah. This is the way I do a lot of my curls, tell you the truth, is dragging them along the edge. You make some nice feather sticks that way. I can't get underneath there that good. There we go. But yeah, nice stuff. So curl test, not real conclusive. The Collins probably did the best there. And you can see what I'm after here. I'm getting my prep ready for a fire. Okay, for my side cutting or felling type of situation, I picked this dead standing subalpine fir. And it goes way up there. I don't know if you can tell, but about 40 feet. And I'm not really trying to fall it. It'll probably happen, but testing out how the 3 boys' axes are going to do. Okay, I made an undercut on this tree just in case we got to the falling part, so it'd be safe. I delimbed everything. I checked up high, make sure there's no widowmakers, cleared all the stuff around me. Something you should do. And so I'm going to go ahead and make some cuts with the Collins first. And that's about 6. Pretty good cuts. Went quite a ways. Next is the homestead, and I'll cut it this way. Yeah, if I can hit it right. Okay, I like the Collins best. Guess I'm going to have to change the angle of the camera to show you the last one here. Okay, here's the no-name one. Nice cut. Yep, I'd say it's a winner still. I'm going ahead and fall this thing because it's pretty precarious with it this way. Well, I'm not a real good faller, obviously. It made another catch in that, but I'll get it down just so it won't be a hazard. But anyway, nice cuts, and I think the no-name one did the best job just by a hair. Okay, just to show you, I got that widowmaker down there that I fell. The other one's still standing up there, but I got this one pretty long. I'd say, well, 40 feet total. And it didn't take that many whacks. Here's my axes. Just summing it up a little bit. The Collins I like really well. I think it took second place. The bit gets thick pretty quickly, and it's really sharp. I think that makes a difference for an overall axe. The Homestead, I'm not sure if I like this rounded edge that much for doing, say, curls and stuff, but it wedged in there really nice in falling the tree, and I love the handle. It's really thin and nice. It was a little bit too lightweight though, I thought, for the chopping. The No Name, I still think won. It didn't do super job on the curls, maybe because I got the edge pretty well polished, but it has the combination of both. Pretty thin right in here, but thick right up here, so you got the chopping ability. The weight is a little bit more overall, not a whole lot, but just enough cutting edge as well, and it did an excellent job on the cutting the tree down. And I'm really not sure what this is. I got this off of eBay, and just didn't have a name that I could ever come up with as much as I worked it, but very well made and very good steel. It's probably a Kelly true steel, but I'm not positive. Anyway, that's the Three Boys axes, the differences, and I'd say this one won for an overall axe, not because it's better in one certain thing, but overall it did better. This Collins, I think, was the second because overall it did really well. It probably shaved curls a hair bit better, and it split really nice. These two are really close, and this one I'm afraid to say is third, but I love the handle, so I sure wouldn't give this baby up at all. It's a good little it's got a bit bigger wedge, and it made for a nice tree felling axe there. So love them all, won't ever get rid of them, but a little bit of a comparison and fun. Now I got my wood halfway prepped, and I'm ready to go have a fire and some coffee. Thanks for listening. Yeah, I almost got my preparation, most of my curls here. I used the good old True Kelly temper axe double bit. I hung about a month ago. I just love it to process the wood that's back here instead of my knife, and I'm using the knife now to make the curls. And this is a great knife too. It's just a wonderful knife. I love it. Bushcraft style, Scandi grind. And I got a lot of little curls already, so I'm going to get a few bigger ones now. And I'm going to start the fire with flint and steel. I haven't done that in a while, and it's kind of fun to change out. I'm usually the bull drill person, but I like to do things different at times. So I got plenty of curls here. I got a hatful or so. But made some tiny ones already, and the way you do the tiny ones, or the thin ones, I mean, is to less pressure like that and go down, and you get some nice thin stuff. Anyway, getting that all done. This I'd stab this in this, but this is frozen. The ground is frozen too. Okay, here's my setup. I got my curls there, my mat ready, and my fire lay ready, and flint and steel. So I'll go ahead and do her. For some reason it's not going very good. There we go. Get the curls on there. Oops. Smaller stuff. Now sometimes those tinder nests are so fine that they don't get going quite right away for some reason. But you have to turn it sometimes and blow from the side that it's going toward. Nice little kind of a teepee fire going here. I'm a avid subscriber to the Lot and the Little Club because it seems like you think you got enough of the small stuff and you don't. And so I do that a lot. I make sure I'm over abundance of little stuff like these curls. You can always throw those on kind of to make the fire feed up higher as you go as well. Haven't done a flint and steel in a while, and it's kind of fun to change up. The ground is frozen from the very crust here. We had a big tree that fell here, so kind of wary of this area, watching when it's windy or anything. But I'm going to use this for a warming fire and just a fun fire to be with. So stay tuned. I got my coffee made. First time I'm trying the cupola cup. Here, couldn't afford right away a wooden one all the way, but this is a cool one, you know, for coffee and whatever. I really like it. You can wash in the dishwasher too if you wanted, but I never do. Anyway, enjoying the fire now. Got plenty of wood, beautiful scenery, sun shining. I'm in a shady spot where it's cooler, but still really nice. And this is all the wood that I got from just splitting it up doing the axe test. And there's the rest of it right there. So I'm going to sit here and enjoy the woods. Here's the tree that just fell about a week ago, I guess. It's right over there, and you can see how big it is. And it actually crosses the road right there, and I can't go across the road there. I got to go back around further. But really nice area, and nice area to be. And here's the old truck in the opening. We got a spring right over there that's beyond those fence area there. And a great campsite area. Not too many people come here in the winter.